Lewis representation of simple molecules, the Lewis structures. The Lewis structure is used to represent the covalent bonding of a molecule or ion. Covalent bond is a type of chemical bonding formed by the sharing of electrons in the valence shells of the atoms. Covalent bonds are stronger than the electrostatic interactions of ionic bonds. Most bonding is not purely covalent, but is polar covalent, unequal sharing, based on electronegativity differences. The atoms in the Lewis structure tend to share electrons so that each atom has 8 electrons in the outer shell. The Octet Rule. The Octet Rule states that an atom in a molecule will be stable when there are 8 electrons in its outer shell, with the exception of hydrogen, in which the outer shell is satisfied with 2 electrons. Lewis structures display the electrons of the outer shells because these are the ones that participate in making chemical bonds. Write a structural diagram of the molecule to clearly show which atom is connected to which. Although many possibilities exist, we usually pick the element with the most number of possible bonds to be the central atom. Lewis symbol of the individual atoms in the molecule. Bring the atoms together in a way that places 8 electrons around each atom, or 2 electrons for H, hydrogen, wherever possible. Each pair of shared electrons is a covalent bond, which can be represented by a dash. Multiple bonds can also form between elements when 2 or 3 pairs of electrons are shared to produce double or triple bonds, respectively. The Lewis structure for carbon dioxide, CO2, is a good example of this. In order to achieve an octet for all 3 atoms in CO2, 2 pairs of electrons must be shared between the carbon and each oxygen. Since 4 electrons are involved in each bond, a double covalent bond is formed. You can see that this is how the octet rule is satisfied for all atoms in this case. When a double bond is formed, you still need to show all electrons, so double dashes between the atoms show that 4 electrons are shared.